Chinooka, good evening. Welcome to the December 17th Wednesday edition. I am Scott Leisure. Christmas Eve is 1 week from tonight, people. Holiday Eve, Kwanzaa Eve, Festivus Eve, whatever. I think the last day to mail your packages might have already passed. I don't really know. People, I have a confession to make to you right here on your favorite weekly podcast, Wednesday edition. I have to confess that as much as I preach about using cash, and I really do try to do my best to practice what I preach, for as much as I preach using cash, I will send out online gift cards for Christmas gifts. But I will also get some cash out on Friday to support a small business or two in the next week. I hope that you will as well, because this Friday is the last Cash Friday of 2025. That's 52 Cash Fridays in 2025. Amen for Cash Friday. Get your cash out for the weekend, help a small business or an artist by using cash, and help keep the dollar alive every week, people. We also suggested last week that being more proactive with the whole Cash Friday thing would be a beneficial and achievable New Year's resolution, right? We touched on the resolution thing last week, but we all know that a big percentage of people default to the new year, new me thing, right? I'm buying a blender. I'm getting a gym membership. I'm buying some cute sweats, blah, blah, blah. Now, many of you that know me personally would not consider me a gym rat. That's fair. And it wasn't a resolution of mine in 2025, but over the course of the year, I've tried to do my best to be more proactive in using the gym to my benefit, physically, mentally, and somewhat spiritually. I've developed a structured routine. I've used this self-discipline to adhere to the routine. And I've been able to adopt an acceptance of the gym, which is growth from this time last year. Amen for growth. With all of that being said, when you spend some time at the gym, you learn to understand the unwritten, unspoken gym etiquette. Now, I'm the type of gym attendee that is there to get in, get my routine completed, and get out. Now, I do have a couple of friends at the gym, and it's good to see them, have a quick chat, but they're also understanding that I want to get out of there. On January 1st, until about mid February, there will be an influx of New Year, New Me people. For people who regularly frequent the gym, what we all need to resolve to practice is understanding and patience for the newbies, right? We were all newbies once too, right? Can we at least do our best? The biggest thing is it will be busier than usual. So for those of us who've remained consistent and structured, we just have to suck it up and breathe a little deeper, focus on the task at hand to better ourselves and to clear our head, right? And just remember that all of the New Year, New Me people will disappear by Valentine's Day. Amen for consistency and structure. I like it. I like the way this week's Wednesday edition is kicking off. People, we had a major shift last week in the approval rating, a significant jump. Significant. The approval rating jumped from a 137 2 weeks ago to a 240 last week. That's a great number. Good to see. Remember, however, that the true approval is knowing we gave our best, right? Amen for effort. SpaceX has launched another 200 Starlinks in the last month. So the chances increase that there are villagers on some remote Pacific islands checking out Wednesday edition. No, not that island. Okay. I apologize in advance. I don't mean to sour the holiday Wednesday edition mood, but we have to quickly discuss the University of Michigan sex scam. Can we call it a sex scam? Sex scam. Man, go blue, right? I really feel bad for those people who really devote themselves to something, if it's monetary or not, or just passionate about something. They do this and they give their money, they give their passion, and something like this Michigan thing happens. And a lot of people high up at the university knew what was going on. Players too. Let me quickly get you up to speed. The head football coach at Michigan, married, 3 kids, was having relations. I'm trying to keep it semi Wednesday edition friendly, okay? He was having relations with a staffer, and how should I phrase this? He knocked her up. Bam. Okay. That is unconfirmed, but it's a story that is out there circulating, okay? The school has been hearing whispers about this for a while, maybe up to a year. Whispers. Something tipped the iceberg and they fired him with cause, so they didn't have to pay him out. And then he decided to go to her place where she lives. What could go wrong? Let's just say he was making some bad, irrational choices. Now, I didn't hear of any drugs or alcohol being involved. That kind of ran through my mind, but I haven't heard any of that. It's a very sad story. Weeks before the holiday, he grabbed some sharp objects. He was threatening to cut himself up, right? Take himself out. His wife had called police. The girl had called police. The guy's in like a $30 million contract. Teams 9-3. People, they're playing in the Cheez-It Bowl on New Year's Eve. More is going to be revealed about this as more details get out there, right? Crazy shit, though. He's facing like 6 years in jail. Let's all pray for his family, okay? Pray for these people, all of them. And we can keep giving our best each day, right? That's something we can do. We may not be able to directly help this guy's family, but we can help by resolving to be better each day. Amen for resolutions. So, as long as the holiday Wednesday mood has been soured already, let's talk really quickly about a story that was sent to me. I'm not naming names. Crestone, Colorado is the only place in the country that you can have an open air cremation, people. One more time. Crestone, Colorado is the only place in the country where you can have your remains burned on a pyre, open air. Any further information regarding this topic, I'm going to direct you to do your own research. The person sent me the story and I wanted to honor that. Use it, okay? It's the Wednesday edition community inner circle tribe, right? Amen for open cremations. We also discussed a couple of weeks ago the big Campbell's soup deal with the executives spouting out on camera. Remember that? And we decided that the overall best choice is to make our own soup. It's soup season, people. Now, as a guy who can confidently say, I have good kitchen skills, let me help you on creating some soups. You don't really even need a recipe to make soups. And the best thing about soup is the high number of health benefits. The first thing you need is a fat. Olive oil is a great go to. The next thing you want to decide on is a base liquid, chicken broth, cream, beef broth. Let's choose chicken broth. So we have olive oil and chicken broth. Are you writing this down? Next, let's choose a meat. If you want meat, is this a chicken soup? Ground beef like chili or made into meatballs? Steak, fish? Choose whatever you like. You'll probably want this to match your base, though. Scott said I could mix and match. My surf and turf soup with beef and fish stock didn't turn out so good. Use what you have. I've used chicken stock in place of beef stock with great results, especially if I add a little tomato, right? Complement your ingredients, have fun with it, and relax. It's soup, people. Now choose your veggies. Onion is common, carrots, celery, corn, spinach, cabbage, kale. Now choose your spices. Celery seed, marjoram, thyme, parsley, sage. That all goes well with chicken. Marjoram, rosemary, and thyme go well with beef. Basil, oregano, fennel. That's a nice addition to like some tomato-based soups. Chilies need chili powder and perhaps some cumin, right? Cumin. Little tip. A spoonful of pesto is always a really nice finish too. So you heat a large soup pot, right? Over medium heat. Saute your vegetables, your onions, your garlic, your celery, your potatoes in your fat. Cook your meat, add your base liquid, add veggies, taste and adjust. Simmer for an hour or so, taste and adjust again. You can also add rice or pasta at the end, easy peasy. Another productive, beneficial, healthy resolution choice, right? Learn to make soup. Are we all being patient with each other on the roads, standing in line, shopping through these hectic holiday weeks? Have we been remembering how to be a good guest while we are dining out through the festive season? 2 weeks, people. 2 weeks, and it will all be over. And in another 50 weeks, it will return. Let your good pal Scott help you with one more thing this week before we get out of here, okay? When you hit that point, the day when you hit every red light, the credit card pad isn't working right at the grocery store. The guy won't let you over in the lane you want to be in. When all of that stuff boils you to a point, we all know that point. That's when you need to practice the pause. Pause, breathe, redirect. Practice the pause means intentionally creating a moment of stillness between a stimulus, which is like an event or a feeling, and your response, allowing you to step back from automatic reactions and choose a more thoughtful, calm, and intentional action instead. Pause, breathe, and redirect. The key word is practice. All you can do is try it each time. Sometimes it might be more difficult, but at least you're practicing it. That's what matters. Amen for practice. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and season's greetings from Wednesday edition. Soups, resolutions, workout routines, a positive and refreshing Wednesday edition. Oh, yeah. There was that sex scandal and the open cremations. Besides those two topics, I think this week has been a win-win for all of the Wednesday edition community. Was there something you learned today that you didn't know? I always hope that you take at least one thing from the podcast each week. I mentioned last week, I have a resolution to continue growing with the podcast and making it even better each week. Don't forget to message me, people, if you want one of those extra large t-shirts. But remember, you have to post a picture of you in the t-shirt on Instagram, and you have to tag me in it. Although I can't promise you it will get there by Christmas. Keep cash alive and Google these 3 things this week, people. Number 1, Google gym do's and don'ts. Obvious. Number 2, Google open air cremations. Forgive us, Santa. Forgive us, please. And number 3, Google some soup recipes. Find a few soups, pause, breathe, and cook yourself a healthy meal. Amen for self-love. Remember, the price we pay for associating with the wrong people is enough reason for us to be stricter about who we keep in our circles, right? Okay. Here's a gift from me to you this week. I have for you the top 5 songs from December 17th, 1984. Remember, people, it's the thought that counts, right? Let's do this. Number 5, a-ha, Take On Me. So I asked AI what Take On Me is about. Here's what we got. a-ha's Take On Me is a desperate plea for a fleeting romance, urging a love interest to take a chance on the singer before time runs out. The phrase take on me also has a dual meaning, potentially translating from Norwegian as touch me or hold me. Okay. All right. 1 for 1. You really can't go wrong with Take On Me. Number 4, December 17th, 1984. Number 4 song, Careless Whisper, Wham. Or is that solo George Michael? Some Wham person out there, help me out. Either way, that's like his best song. 2 for 2. I like how this top 5 is starting. Here we go. Number 3, Saving All My Love for You, Whitney Houston. A good Whitney Houston song before, she was really coked out. 3 for 3. Number 4, Foreigner. I Want to Know What Love Is. Great band, great song every time. 4 for 4. I've got to take a little time to think things over. I better read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. That's all I'm going to sing. That's it. The number 1 song from December 17th, 1984. Say You, Say Me, Lionel Richie. I'm going to let it slide so we can get 5 for 5. It's not an awesome song. Every other song on this countdown is better. But hey, what the fuck? It's Christmas, Kwanzaa, the holiday, Chanukah, all of it. Practice the pause this week, people. Call a friend or maybe just send someone a text, huh? Tip accordingly, stay vigilant, look both ways, and don't get trafficked. I heard a rumor that the Polar Express traffics children. I haven't researched it yet. Wednesday edition every Wednesday, 5 p.m., Instagram, YouTube, and scottleisure.com. Subscribe to the YouTube, people. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you. As always, thank you for being with me on this 20-minute sleigh ride each week. People, I enjoy expressing my creative freedoms with you. Good night and adios. The weather outside is frightful. Where am I at? And the fire is so delightful. Since we've got no place to go, let it snow, let it snow. Let it